An equation is a statement declaring that two values are equal. So we are going to look at examples of equations. One example is x is equals to 5. Another one is m plus 7 is equals to 16. Another one could be 3n minus 7 is equals to 15. And another one could be something like 2x over 7 is equals to 9. So all these are examples of equations. And they basically declare that the left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side. Now, when you're solving these equations, whatever we do on one side of equation, we have to do the same thing on the other side of equation. Now, I'm going to explain that by looking at these questions here. So, in the first equation, x plus 8 is equals to 14. Now, what we know here is we are adding 8. So, what's the opposite of adding 8? So, opposite of add 8 is subtract 8. So what you're going to do is you're going to subtract 8 on this side and subtract 8 on that side. So what we'll end up with here is x is equal to 6, because 8 minus 8 is 0, 14 minus 8 is 6. The next question, we have x minus 8 is equals to 14. We are subtracting 8, so opposite of subtract 8 is add 8. So what we'll do is we'll add 8 on this side and add 8 on that side. Now negative 8 plus 8 is 0, so our final answer will be x is equal to 22. So it's just as simple as that. Here are other two examples, and we'll do the same thing. Now if you look at this example, x is multiplied by 6. Now the opposite of multiplied by 6 is divide by 6. So what you are going to do here is we are going to divide by 6 and divide by 6. And 6 divided by 6 is 1. So we'll end up with x is equal to 4. In the next example, we have 6x is equals to 1. X is multiplied by 6 again. Now we know that the opposite of multiplying by 6 is divide by 6. So we'll divide by 6, divide by 6. And we'll end up with 6 divided by 6 is 1. So x will be 1 over 6. Another way to write this is if you have 6x is equals to 1, you can just divide by 6 that way. And then you cancel, and then you say x is equals to 1 over 6. So this is another way, but it's the same thing as what you're doing, same process, but different way of writing it. Okay, here are other examples. Solve for x. And the same thing here, x is divided by 7, and opposite of divide by 7 is multiply by 7. So our equation is x over 7 is equal to 5. What you're going to do is we'll multiply by 7 on both sides of the equation. Remember, we have to do the same thing on both sides of the equation. Now 7 divided by 7 is 1. So this will be 1. That's gone. So x will be 5 multiplied by 7, which will be 35. So in this second question, I'll do the same thing, although in a shorter way. So the opposite of dividing by 7 is multiplying by 7. So if I can just copy this question here. So I'll multiply by 7 on both sides. These guys here cancel. So I'll have negative 14 is equals to x. You can write this as x is equals to negative 14.